Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother in this program coming right back at you once again, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to give my condolences to all the families that lost loved ones in the mall in, I believe was in Dallas, Texas. A man that was not mentally ill. There's no such thing as mentally ill. Mentally ill is the result of evil possession. Ladies and gentlemen, the days of Noah, when the giants existed, has nothing, absolutely nothing on this last generation, on this last human generation. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the purpose of this video is to show you and to tell you how to escape the matrix. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole thing is about to pop. The United States is she's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. What does that mean? The Bible clearly states that it's all going to happen in 1 hour, which means not 1 hour for now, because this is going to happen eventually. Okay, America, it has complete. She's right. She's like a turkey in an oven. She's done. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to break it to you, and if you're ready for the truth, then let's roll with it. Okay? Now, why did the massacre happen? And everything is going to be connected once we really go down. I'm going to show you how deep the rabbit hole goes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not here to tell you, please join this religion or that religion. You are your own religion. You must establish a strong relationship with your Creator. I don't represent no religion. In fact, if you are familiar with my videos, you know my feelings about religion. You know that I have shown you, and I'm going to keep on proving to you that religion has been one of the greatest tricks that the devil played on the human mind. So here we go. Let me read you, because I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. Why? Because I have a few links to share with you that is completely going to if you don't wake up, if you really watch the links, by hitting more under the description and taking a look at all the links that I send you, then you won't have no excuse as to not wake up to the fact that you've been played, okay? And that you have been, and that this world is completely being guided and governed not by leaders. Your leaders are puppets. They're just there to give you the illusion that you have leaders. You don't. They're not even their own leaders. In fact, just in case you don't believe me, just take a look at the gentleman that's in the White House, so-called Joe Biden. And by the way, did you know that there's two of them for security reasons? So imagine, this man is so confused, and yet there's two of them working in the White House. Okay, so here we go. Throughout human history, men have worshipped the sun through God's worship, through worshiping of the gods. Hence, very soon there will be a Sunday law passed throughout the whole world. Of course, including the second beast, which is the United States of America, which will be the mark of the beast. Which means that instead of worshiping Saturday, the Sabbath, which is God's day of rest, people are going to be compelled, they're going to be mandated to worship on Saturday. Now you may say, Ruben, how can they keep track of it? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you that in a minute. And this is the reason we are witnessing the following things taking place. So they can bring this about with lies like climate change. See, if you push climate change, they, which is what? Again, they're playing with fears. These people play with your emotions. They know that humanity as a creation is a very emotional creature. All they got to do is go up in there and exploit your emotions, fear being their strongest ally. They tell you that climate change, formerly known as what? Global warming. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is a completely joke. Oh, if we don't stop this, we're all gonna die. Well, do you really think that the world leaders care about you dying when they are killing the unborn? I mean, who are the ones to save this planet for? They are completely going against their own, like I wrote here, their own satanic belief of evolution. They're turning little girls into little boys and little boys into little girls through what? Hormone treatment, unbelievable. Flipping the genders. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, gender manipulation. So if you want to go the route of evolution, why are they doing this? Because it has nothing to do with evolution. Evolution is just a mean of confusing the masses and justifying what they're doing. So climate change has been a big lie. And I have sent you links in the past concerning that. To play with your fears again. Number 2, and this is where it really gets interesting. This is how deep the rabbit hole goes. Digital money. You know the US dollar is no longer going to exist. I told you. I've been telling you for many years. Okay? I've been telling you for many years. And why are they going to do digital money? So they can track your every move. Not because they're nosy. It's because that's how they're going to bring about, they're going to bring about the mark of the beast. That's how they're going to track it down, which is if you're one of the people that are going to be worshiping on Saturday or Sunday. So in climate change, in fact, climate change is already happening in Poland. It is called a rest day, sun day, day of the sun. You understand, ladies and gentlemen? And that has been a really tragic act that the human race have done through history, worshiping the sun through the worshipings of the gods, and of course through religions, organized religion, Christendom, which is really a joke. So the purpose of this video is to wake your ass up, because there's no more time left, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So digital money is coming, whether you want to accept it or not. We gotta take care of our Mother Earth. So no driving, no exchange, no work is gonna be done that day. No shopping. Okay. Now, 3, gun control. Oh yes. They want to push gun control because they want to make you believe, because they know they already got you. So they want you to think that their guns flying around, going around, killing people. So it's not people killing people, it's the guns that are flying around and going to people's hand, and people can kill people. No, ladies and gentlemen, we have possessed. This whole world is possessed. And things are only going to get interesting. They're only going to get more interesting and more lethal, ladies and gentlemen. It's not funny anymore. This is really getting serious. And this is why these so-called world leaders, who in reality are demons, are pushing for an economic worldwide reset, formerly known as what? New World Order. I said it's written on the back of your dollar bill. Novus Ordo, okay? Because they have created all these problems all over the places, such as earthquake. Do you know that earthquakes are man-made? Most of them. Tornadoes, hurricanes, hunger, wars, economic research, diseases, artificial intelligence, crimes, etc. And the people are still so blind to see, like it just happened in New York. Oh, New York. I'm so glad God Almighty brought me out of that city, because, ladies and gentlemen, the whole world has been turned upside down to the point to the ridiculous point that we cannot even define what a woman is, from whom all human beings come out of. Okay? And they are doing this by design. All human beings come out of a woman, but yet they cannot define it. This is how cuckoo we have become. Okay? Through evil possessions, to the demon possessions. And everything is being done by design, going against their own satanic principles of the theory of evolution. And like I was just saying, turning little boys into little girls and little boys into little girls, basically going against nature. Number 2, legalizing marijuana. Number 2, protecting criminals that they have created and going against victims, like it is happening in New York. Again, like George Floyd. A man got strangled in the subway. Now we got people, again, protesting. But I asked these people, how come they didn't go to Chicago, with black on black crime, and Baltimore, and I mean, you name it. I got some of the city here. So let me just keep on going. And this is how America is being taken out of the way, to give way to the new Antichrist system. Gradually. First, we've been working in California, which is the biggest state in the union. New York, where all the money, stock exchange, and everything moves. Chicago, Baltimore, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Detroit, Oregon, Seattle, who has decided to go ahead, California has decided to go ahead and pay reparation to the tribe of Judah. Okay? But this is all a lie through exploitations of their emotion, and this will be to entrap them even more, getting them ready for the mark of the beast. Because, ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to believe it or not, America has to be taken out of the way. She's in the way she's in the way of accomplishing she's the second beast. She's like a bitch being used. In fact, the Bible describe her as such. She's like a bitch being used. Okay? And the devil is doing everything to her. The devil is really effing her in every position. And once he no longer has any use for her, he's going to just dump her. She's going to be dumped. Okay? Even though she's like, oh, nothing can touch me. Just watch. But the thing is, I don't want you to be part of this destruction that's coming, because we are promised a safe haven. Safe haven. We will be taken out of the cities, and we will be moved back to the desert. We are not going back home to some heaven, because we are earthly creatures. We were created on this earth by God Almighty. the great I am in his image and in his likeness, so that we can multiply and be like him and worship him. That is the purpose of life itself. In fact, that was the first commandment that he gave us. Be fruitful and multiply. Look at it sometimes. On Genesis, first chapter, between Genesis 1, verses 26 through 28. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna keep this very short so that I can read some Bible verses, because what I want you to do, I want to give you some homework, is to take a look at the links that I will share with you. And you tell me how, if this society is not being completely controlled and worked, and it's going to also show you, I'm going to show you a link from a brother. I mean, he really did a good job there. You know what? Okay? A brother that has really awakened. Even though he's got tattoos, which I don't care about that, and God doesn't care as long as because what matters is what's inside of us. See, if you already did a tattoo on you, you didn't know any better. But now that you know your creator, and you know what you've done, this mark upon your body, what really matters is what's inside of you. You are a new creature now. Okay? Come back home. In fact, let us read the Bible now, really quick, and then I'm done. Let us go to Isaiah chapter 3, where it shows you that it was prophesied that the family was going to be destroyed, especially what they call the so-called African Americans, which really doesn't make any sense. Okay? Okay? Name after people that conquered them. Africanus. You can do your research on that. He was a white man. And you can do the research on Americo, an Italian explorer. Okay, that's how America got her modern name. And even though her name, even before she became America, was, and it's in the Bible, I believe it's Azareth. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Here's what God is saying to his chosen people. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. All my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. What does that mean? It means that kids have been spoiled, and they have taken over in a single family home, single mothers, because the family is no longer, it has been destroyed. Let me give you an example, a statistic. 71% of all the African American homes are single mothers. And yet look at the crime wave in some of the cities that I just mentioned. And this is just in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And the reason that I really concentrate on the United States is because the United States is going to be the last shoe to drop before all hell breaks loose for the Antichrist system. And a lot of our brothers, a lot of our people will be needlessly destroyed. And this is why I come here, to expose these demons, to expose this matrix, to expose this rotten demonic system. All right? So this is what happened. Kids were spoiled. In fact, it is being talked about right now that if a little girl or a little boy, if a little boy feels like a little girl, and the mother doesn't help her in gender bending, therapy, hormones, treatment, or whatever, they may be liable for a child protection investigation. And that's why it says what? It says, all my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. The family is destroyed. So that's why you have this. And then on top, icing on the cake or the cherry on top is what? Abortion. So you got single mothers raising and trying to make ends meet, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? You have this with this youth looking up on the government and see what they're doing. What are they doing? They're showing youth that life is worthless. That you are lucky that you made it. Because we are aborting, we are doing even partial birth abortion. Life has no value. You understand? Yeah, the devil has a system. The purpose of this video is to prevent you from being a victim and part of it. Another link that I will send you is a former Mason is going to show you, is going to have a conversation and tell you why he left. And yeah, I think he's from Sweden. So be ready. I'm going to send you some, I will say about what, 5 links. So please, and if you have any comments, please comment. And just be careful, not to be nasty and disrespectful, because that's the problem. That's how they want us to be disrespecting one another. Because when you do that, the demonic system wins, unless you work for them. All right, so let's keep going. Now let us go to 1 Timothy. I just show you that the family is destroyed. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. This is what they're going to be, and tell me if they're not already talking about it. This is what's happening. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 says, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meat, which God had created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believed and know the truth. And isn't exactly what world leaders are doing in New York, all over the place, because of climate change. You see what I mean? Climate change is going to be the new byword that they're going to be using to justify, to pass laws, to rob you of your freedom, to control you. So that when you see things happening all over the earth, which they are bringing about, it's all going to be blamed on climate change. Everything is climate change. Okay? Just like another word was in the past, 4 years now? You remember that word. I cannot say it here. Everything was that word. So now it's climate change. Everything is climate change. There's a tornado, climate change. We're going to rest on Sunday because of climate change. Your life will revolve around climate change. That's how they brainwash the masses. You got to understand how world leaders work. Okay? There is the old Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. Okay? So the Bible doesn't, she doesn't make him, she never fails. She only states the truth. Now let us go to chapter 18. Chapter 18 says the following, and it's speaking of America. And after chapter 8, Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after this thing I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is falling, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. You understand? America thinks she's almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, America she owes it big time. I mean, look what they did in Iraq in 2003, with the excuse of weapons of mass destruction. And not only that, George Bush, which belongs to the Masonic Hall, Masonic organization, which is all the same, really. They got different names, but they're all Freemasons. And Skull and Bones out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, this demon, he had the audacity. They don't have no shame. There's no shame in the game. Of what? Of mocking the invasion of Iraq. No weapons of mass destruction there, because they know that they lied to the whole world and to the America. That's what politicians do. And people keep on believing the lies. People keep on believing this matrix. Ladies and gentlemen, please get the hell out of this matrix. Escape from the matrix. And how do you do that? By establishing a strong relationship with the one that created everything. The one that's going to what? Destroy not just America, but the whole world. Now, one last verse. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as I have shown you many times before, one second, please. One last verse. But this, you're not going to find it in the Bible, because thanks to the first beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church, this is one of the books that she took out. But before I do that, let me finish what I was just saying. So George Bush invaded Iraq in 2003 with excuses of weapons of mass destruction and the connection with 9/11, which, by the way, was a ritual. And speaking of a ritual, I'm going to show you another ritual, which is a satanic ritual, which is happening in England, which is the coronation of the king, which he's not going to last. The one that's going to take over will be his son. Okay? Anyway, so after all was said and done, there was 1.2 million Iraqis dead, and thousands of Americans and allied troops. I believe it was what? Altogether 6,000 that died. Ladies and gentlemen, please. When are you going to wake up? When are you also going to see that your votes don't count? This is why atheists, this is why you see groups growing up, popping up all over the place, like the Satan Con which just happened in Boston. You know, people are becoming Satanists. Even little kids are turning into Satanists. After school club, Satan club. Ladies and gentlemen, again, what did I just say? The days of Noah and the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, even those days combined, has nothing on this last human generation. Now, and by the way, we are living under the Edomite system, which came from Edom, Esau, the red man, okay, where all white folks came out of. But fear not, I'm not the one to attack white people. I'm not, and by the way, another word that they use is racism, distraction words. Racism does not exist. Again, what does exist is the war, is the turnabout between good versus evil. Because how can a human being be racist when we are all part of the same race? We are all one single creation. And by the way, I love my white brothers and sisters out there. I'm not the one that's going to attack you and say, oh, it's your fault. No. Forgiveness is there for everybody to be part of the kingdom of God. Okay? Now, let me read you the last second Esdras. You're gonna find this Bible verse online. You're not gonna find it in the Bible because as I just told you, the evil first beast, the devil's bride, the Roman Catholic Church, she took it out of the Bible. She took 16 books out of the Bible, including the book of Enoch, the book of Judith. Remember, I mean, you name it. So here we go. Second Esdras, chapter 6, starting on verse 8. So beautiful. And I'm going to explain it to you. Second Esdras, Esdras. Second Esdras, chapter 6, starting on verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. 9. For Esau is the beginning of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You may say, okay, Ruben, can you explain to me what the heck you just read? Easy. We are living under this satanic matrix. Edomite satanic matrix. The people on top are, you may say, oh, they're crazy. No, they're evil possessed, but I call them crazy anyway, because they don't make no sense. Okay? They just know how to manipulate the people and make sure that they don't know their history. Like he says on Psalm 83. I showed you before what says so much Psalm 83 and verse 4. Come on. Okay, I'm going to read it to you again. Psalms 83 verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They don't want you to know your past. Okay? They don't want you to know your history. You understand? I mean, you cannot get any real than this. This is real as a heart attack. Do you think that they finance Black Lives Matter and push that because they care about the black people? No, ladies and gentlemen, they hate black people. The system is hate black. I mean, I don't like to call them black. I like to call them what they are, the tribe of Judah. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Okay? So let us see who they're gonna make you believe which Biden is because there's two, like I said, there's two Bidens. And by the way, there are two Kamala Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, please wake the hell up. And of course, they justify that because they say, well, for security reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are demons. This whole system, you cannot deny it. It is beyond, it is irrefutable, it is beyond denial. You cannot deny this. This is a demonic system, and we no longer can justify based upon, we are creatures, we are the result of billions and billions of years of evolution, because we have even gone against that. So we have broken all principles, physical and spiritual laws. We have broken them all. This is all I have for you. May God bless you, and remember, there is more. Y'all take care.